It's in the game.
Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Purdue's offense is on the field for the first time today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Branch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Throws for the tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
How about the ball carrier on that explosive play? Backed up inside his own 10-yard line and is running out in the open field, making people miss, and finally giving his offense some room to operate, really get this drive going.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. That's caught. It's Carter. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. And the Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
The Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! First score of the game goes up.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Martin will throw it. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lets it fly. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. At the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. We love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's McLaurin. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Webb. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Puts it out of the air. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll try the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Martin back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Wide open spaces. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Trying to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Joyner. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field shift here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Martin will throw it. Card in the backfield. It's Williams.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's got it on the right. Turns it on at midfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Up-tempo for the offense. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. QB draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down.
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Here we go. Do the show. Right.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting this.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Punt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Got his man quickly. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Powers through the defender. stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
To the ground, he's got it again. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Terrapins have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Fires to the big fella. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He'll sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Carter. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. Steps away. Finding open areas. Kept it, and he's past the marker. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Working the big fella downfield and outside. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll leave it with him. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back, get the yardage.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point. Sneak gets it done. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Martin back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webb. Turning it on! And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Scott. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
No gain on the play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The play action fake. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throwing right. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things.